Welcome, everybody, to the first ever BOLDcast Halloween special horror movie reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we will be watching Hereditary. This was, we did sort of like a suggestions, and then we did a poll. It was between this and The Thing, and Hereditary won. It was a tight race, but we're excited to see this. We've never seen this. Neither of us are really horror fans. Carson is really scared. He's pretty nervous about this. I've seen several horror movies before. It's not like I wouldn't say they're like super my favorite, but there have been some that I've enjoyed. So, and I actually wanted to watch this like when it came out. Like I thought that it kind of looked cool, but Carson was too scared. But
I don't like horror movies. We've been trying to do this. Next year we'll probably do more horror movies reactions. And if you guys want to see more movie reactions, this is going to be a very different thing, I think, like than our normal stuff. We've thought about doing movie reactions, but it always just seems kind of like against what we normally do. But like, we've done live action stuff before and people really like it. So if you guys want to see more movie reactions, we could do other stuff. Like we've wanted to watch Spider-Verse. We haven't seen Spider-Verse. Like we haven't seen a bunch of different things that like Lindsay especially didn't see a lot of good movies growing up, like a lot of classics. So maybe if you guys really want to see more movie reactions, then leave them down in the comments and
leave a like on this video to let us know that like this is something that's worth doing.
Yeah, and this is going to be edited a lot differently. This is going to be much more cut down, but the uncut will be available on our Patreon. But because obviously a 2-hour movie is different than like than 1 or 2 anime episodes of 20 minutes. So we're going to try and cut this down like a lot. So if sorry if it's difficult to follow or whatever, we're just trying to make the best videos we can over here. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe, leave your suggestions for other movie reactions, or just tell us to stick to anime. If you just don't want us to watch stuff like this, that's a perfectly fine response as well. But let's check it out. Hereditary. Okay. Oli passed away. That's it. Oli passed away.
List a bunch of family members.
Is this Shyamalan? M. Night Shyamalan? Some dioramas?
Oh, that's actually
is this an animation situation, or just like
people that build like doll houses?
Or maybe just drafting for maybe doll houses. I was gonna say drafting for architecture, but this looks a little bit staged, like the way the rooms are laid out. They don't look like real houses. But then the things on the walls make it look like it is real architecture. So what does this tell us? Is this a fictional thing, or what the hell is going on here? I guess they're in like a fake dollhouse. That's like a creation of somebody. It's Hereditary. That gives me, is there like inbreeding going on or something, or like some weird family curse from the old country, some shit like that. So this is the second time we're watching this little cold open shop, but there's like a tree house outside of this house. Within the house, there's like all this old shit, but then there's also dioramas of
possibly this house.
Because
when he leaves the house, that tree house is still there. So I'm wondering if they're just making dioramas. Also, I like that this is an old house, but the window that it opens on was like clearly a new window.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
I wonder what the deal with these fucking diorama situations is.
Oh, I wonder if that piece there goes on the front of this, of the house.
And why would you be making a diorama of a finished house? Like it's not like they're building this. Are they building another version of this house? Some people do stuff like that as
a hobby.
Right. This just looks very elaborate.
Old ladies do that as a hobby.
This just looks very elaborate to be just a hobby. It looks like it's somebody's career. Look at that dog.
I really like that dog. If something happens to that dog, I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. I know something's going to happen to it.
I don't know why you're even having any hope for the dog. Or is that even the dad? He looks old to be a dad.
That's okay. Okay, come on, let's go. We're late. Your mother's in the car already.
Why does she look so scared?
I think that's just they're trying to make us scared.
My mother was a very secretive and private woman. She had private rituals, private friends, private anxieties. It honestly feels like a betrayal just to be standing here talking about her.
Okay.
She was a very, and God forbid you tried to confront that. But when her life was unpolluted, she
I'm not looking at this dead woman when she's just gonna like
the most loving person in the world.
look directly at the camera. What the hell is this guy?
She was also incredibly stubborn, which maybe explains me.
They have the same necklace on.
She touching up her makeup? Huh?
Open
Who does
casket funerals is such a
They're weird as
disturbing and
fuck.
creepy thing.
Yeah, they're weird. Have you ever been to one?
No.
My great granddad was buried in an open casket. It was really weird. I was only like 9 or 10 or something. It was just really
Another
weird.
little house.
These movie set houses are so uncanny because like there's so much floor space. Like if you saw in that little entryway, it's just like they could walk like 5 paces across the hallway. Is it a hobby? It's a really intricate and like expensive.
There was like a little like thing, it was like miniature something. I wonder if these are all places from her life. Like she has a hospice, and then like school, and their house.
Any ideas for titles?
Is that her husband? They don't have a very marital seeming relationship. Like, I don't give a shit. They're very lots of artists. Or is that just this just back in the? Is their bedroom? Or no, this is her
It's
bedroom.
hers. She has like lots of cool little doll.
But it's
looking
very
things.
imperfect. Like it's all of her art is very like jagged and kind of crazy. Whereas her mom's is like very accurate, realistic and stuff.
You know you were her favorite, right? Even when you were a little baby, she wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you. She was like crazy.
She wanted me to be a boy.
You know, I was a tomboy when I was growing up. I hated dresses and dolls and pink.
Who's gonna take care of me?
Excuse me, you don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die,
Well then, Dad will take care of you. And Peter. You never cried as a baby. You know that? Even when you were born. Did you feel like you wanted to cry today? You think that might feel like a relief?
I find something like super suspicious or creepy in here.
Is that when she was little or when her daughter was little? I can't tell. It looked like her. The daughter, I mean.
Disturbing note.
I love when they hold on the note like long enough where it's apparent that they want you to know what it says.
Yeah.
Like it's clear. I like it because it's more confident filmmaking. It's not like, oh, they'll know what this means on the second rewatch. If this movie has a bunch of jump scares, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Like I'm okay with that, but if there's like a giant, it's gonna happen
It, like
right
does
now.
that and then like launches. No, you gotta keep your eyes open.
I'm looking. What? What is
Oh,
that?
I bet all of her little guys are gonna start moving around.
100%. What the oh, she tried to breastfeed her daughter?
That's creepy.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I guess she's the only one who like knows about all the crazy sacrifices that were talked about. Why is she looking at the scissors?
So, if
I don't
we
like
go by
that.
the rule that the hero is undone by his fatal flaw, what is Heracles' flaw?
Arrogance?
Why?
Because he literally refuses to look at all the signs that are being literally handed to him the entire time.
I wonder if that is a self-aware
But let's
horror
remember,
movie moment.
never had any choice, right? So does that make it more tragic or less tragic than if he has a choice?
Less.
Okay. Why?
Because.
I think it's the
That
opposite.
way in, Peter? About which part?
I think it's more tragic because if it's all just inevitable, then that means that the characters had no hope. They never had hope because they're all just like hopeless. They're all like pawns in this horrible, hopeless machine.
What a relevant class, you know?
Yeah, to what? To life or this movie?
I feel like to this movie.
She's gonna snip up this. She's gonna make a doll out of the fucking parts of this crow.
No.
It's a pigeon.
There's a lot of blood.
I appreciate them for using a clearly taxidermied pigeon. At least they didn't just use a fake one or some bullshit or like not show it. They zoomed in on it. I feel like this is exactly the kind of movie that I definitely am not gonna like. Shit like that.
Stuff.
Well, I imagine I guess she's an
I guess
artist.
she's an artist,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because the kids are both artists as well. It's her mom's room. Oh my god.
Just seal that room up. Don't ever
I don't
go
think
in
it'll
there
help
again.
Sorry, I know it's irrational. Thank you.
Well, she did it. She sealed up the room.
Yeah. I was thinking like 2x4s and
Well,
like.
yeah, I think it's a little bit irrational for the, you know.
Yes. What does that mean?
What do you mean she's cutting the head off a pigeon with a pair of scissors?
It's only been a week. Yes, okay, yes. Sure. I understand, yes. Why did I call you back? Yes, goodbye.
Where was it?
Just some bit of...
To ribbons, you say.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go see a movie.
Okay.
It's an AA meeting? What is this?
That's what I was thinking.
It looks like it. Or is it like a child abused anonymous?
Or like it could be like a grief support or something.
Probably right. I bet she's taking this.
Losing a loved one, yeah.
Yeah, I bet she's taking this because she like feels like she should feel bad, but she
Or
really
she just has a lot of
doesn't.
mixed feelings.
It seems like she was abused.
My mom was old, and she wasn't altogether there at the end. And we were pretty much estranged before that, so it really wasn't a huge blow. But I did love her. And she didn't have an easy life. She had DID, which became extreme at the end, and dementia. And my father died when I was a baby
DID.
from starvation because he
I
had
think
psychotic
dissociative
depression.
identity disorder.
And he starved himself, which I'm sure was just as pleasant as it sounds. And then there's my brother. My older brother had schizophrenia. And when he was 16, he hanged himself in my mother's bedroom. And of course, his suicide note went to her, accusing her of putting people inside him. So that was my mom's life.
Shit.
Everyone's just like,
I didn't let her anywhere near me when I had my son, which is why I gave her my daughter, who she immediately stabbed her hooks into. And I felt guilty again. When she got sick, not that she was really even my mom at the end, and not that she would ever feel guilty about anything.
She's gonna look up. She's gonna be sitting in that fucking chair. Who's saying it right now?
I just don't want to put any more stress on my family. I'm not even really sure if they could give me that support. And I just sometimes feel like it's all ruined. And then I realize that I am to blame. Or not that I'm to blame, but I am blamed.
And what do you think you feel blamed for?
I don't know.
And she feels that way, obviously, because of her relationship with her mom. Of course, she feels that she's at fault. The fuck was that?
Whoa.
She's walking away from the treehouse with a
Like,
glaze
she
looking
saw
around.
some in there, yeah.
And she's been going there. Mm-hmm. There's like all the
It's also
footsteps.
creepy that there's no like windows in the treehouse.
Yeah, that is creepy. I bet Drake and Josh are in there asking why didn't you cut the door hole?
Hey, do you think I
This is
could
like the
maybe
gallery.
borrow one of the cars today?
Why? Where are you going?
Oh, just like a school barbecue thing.
Oh, so you're not eating with us?
No, I'm still gonna eat here.
You can eat there if you want. I just
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no. I'm gonna eat here. I just be going to hang out.
No drinking?
We're not even old enough to get drinks if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Yes, Carl. I'm just asking if you're drinking.
Well, I just answered no.
Why are you being weird
You gonna
about
take
it?
your sister?
Does she want to go?
Have you asked her?
Is he gonna see the pigeon? Nope.
No, she has the pigeon.
Okay, she does, yeah. Soundtrack is really doing its job.
What's with the fire?
I mean, what are you doing?
Just making a sacrifice, it looked like.
You're going to this. Hey, socks off. You're going to this party with your brother. What party? Some school hangout with other kids.
She's a very
That's okay.
No, it's not okay.
complex
You're going.
character.
Why? Because it'll be fun. Because you get to hang out with other kids.
Me too.
And with your brother. With other kids.
Fine.
Good. You're going. She's going with you.
Great.
Now this really needs no drinking.
Yeah, I really wasn't going to.
I'm sure this is going to turn out great. The mom is a really interesting, very well-written character. You could tell already. Just like they tell you all that stuff about her relationship with her parents, and then like her whole mom and everything. And
That
What?
same necklace symbol.
is there going to be a fucking nationwide transmutation circle or something?
Whose house is this? Are they like a millionaire?
Did you see their fucking house?
That's true.
And then she's like, kind of resentful to her daughter by
Yeah.
proxy because she was close to her mom.
Yeah, really interesting.
Like, she's just kind of putting that on her, but also, like, it's a weird. There's
she like blames herself,
but there's also a little bit of jealousy maybe there. Blames herself, but also, is trying to offload that or like there's just, it's very complex how she deals with all that shit. We're getting all these snapshots, and it's gonna get like we're gonna see probably the full story at some point, I bet.
Whoa, hi.
so creepy.
Charlie, it'll be 2 minutes and then we can hang out. You can draw. Please, Charlie. Oh shit, look. They're giving out chocolate cake.
Not to everyone.
Yes, to everyone. It's a party.
I don't know anyone.
Nobody does. Just walk over and stand there and like
This
give
is
it to you.
so weird.
Hurry up, they're gonna run out. Come on, Charlie.
Like,
Peter has
it's probably weed cake too. Probably some special cake. Maybe it's not, but. Is it edible cake? They put some weed butter in there.
She pulls out that pigeon head in here.
They just have that little like just in the background all the time. Was it weed cake?
okay?
And she's like super paranoid.
It's hard to breathe.
Or they were like chopping like walnuts or something. Maybe she's allergic to nuts.
Fuck.
I
And
think my throat's getting bigger.
And if I hope he doesn't crash this car. I feel like he's gonna crash the car.
he's fucked up. Is he just gonna die
And like,
instantly?
how far out of town are they? Like they're in like the middle of nowhere. Or is he just taking her home?
Did the grandmother like sacrifice, oh god, the whole fucking family or something, and they're just gonna die one by one?
Oh my god.
Don't look back there. He doesn't want to look back. Don't look back. What the fuck? Did that really just happen? Is she the pigeon? She like cut the head off the pigeon and then she got her head ripped off?
What is he doing?
I don't expect him to act rationally after that.
What it's like to live in America where you can't call an ambulance because it's just $1 million.
I don't think that's why he
No.
was doing it, but grandma's room.
I feel like he's gonna go to bed and then wake up in the morning and then she's gonna be sleeping in the treehouse.
That's what I think, that she's probably not gone for the rest of the movie. I mean, I don't know what else you would do in this situation. Wow.
really stressful movie. Yeah.
Yeah. He's having a heart attack.
I think I'm having a septic reaction. My throat is. I think my throat is. This whole man on.
Fuck. She looks like she's dead. Lady, go away.
Sorry, I recognize you from a few months ago. Oh, God, now I feel very silly. I'm Joan. Hi. Are you doing better? What? After your mother?
Why would you ask that?
That's not...
Why, like, if you go to these things, why would you ask that?
I'm so sorry.
Joan, fuck off.
Come in with me?
No.
Or we could even just have a coffee? I'm sorry, really.
Who goes to a grief counseling meeting and asks,
really
"Oh,
didn't-
how are you okay?"
And now I'm about to embarrass myself, but if you need someone to talk to.
Okay, maybe Joan isn't so bad.
I think you judged her a little bit too quickly.
Yeah.
She came on very strong, but she means well.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe she's dead already.
I know.
I'd seen trailers from the movie, and when it was coming out, and like all the hype around it, like it seemed like she was like the main character. Mm-hmm. So I'm just so freaking shook
I
that
don't
she's
know
just.
what's gonna happen
Yeah.
now.
I thought that she was like the focal point. Jesus Christ, man.
Really worried that the son's gonna get like run over or something like that deer. Like, because there was like the pigeon, and then she got her head cut off, and then there was like the deer on the road.
Right. I was thinking about like what the next thing was gonna be like that. I was trying to think of another animal, but I just blocked out that there was the deer. Oh, he's hearing her clicks. Jesus, with the fucking camera work, I'm gonna freak out. Clearly the grandma was like doing all these crazy rituals, probably trying to keep their spirits alive forever or something. I wonder if it's gonna be some weird thing like she's talking about like blame and like how she feels like she's to blame or something. If like there's some weird parallel reality with her stuff and she's like somehow creating the situations that are unfolding through her art or something. Some weird shit like that. Like I don't know. What you seeing if some weird little girl with Down syndrome is clicking in the corner?
I was just looking at the candle.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome, Matt.
Ah, kind of cute, huh?
Yeah, my mother used to embroider ones just like that.
Did she really? Isn't that funny?
That's not funny to me. It's very eerie to me. Is the little thing? It was the shape of the.
How's your relationship with your son?
What the hell's gonna happen now? It's like right before. And then they ask about her son right after.
I sleepwalked. And I was standing next to Peter and Charlie's bed when they shared a room. And they were completely covered in paint thinner. And so was I. From head to toe.
Do not light them on fire.
With a box of matches and an empty can of paint thinner. And I woke myself up striking the match, which also woke Peter up, and he started to scream. And I immediately put the match out. Immediately.
Oh my
I was
god.
just as shocked as he was.
This lady's just like...
It was impossible to convince them that it was just sleepwalking. Which, of course it was. But
I don't think it was.
the timing was awful.
If you sleepwalk that bad, you need to lock yourself in your room.
Yeah.
And Peter always held it against me. And there was nothing I can say and nothing I can do.
This is so
Because-
interesting.
It happened. While I was asleep.
Yeah, I think Peter's up next on the chopping block.
That's quick.
And yeah, when he came home on his bike and then he like stood there in front of the car.
Yeah, I know, it was
Yeah.
freaking me out.
Just like how the
I was
deer got
worried
run
she was gonna
over.
run him over.
Yeah. And now there's the car diorama. They're setting this up hardcore. I wonder if they're gonna subvert it or something. Is there gonna be a thing of Peter just on the floor?
And she's just
Oh. Oh.
Danny, you're not planning on letting him...
Who?
Peter. How do you think he's going to feel when he sees that?
What? It's not about him.
Oh, no?
No, it's a neutral view of the accident.
You don't see how this could be seen as macabre in any way.
No, I didn't. I came to get you.
You don't think that would be like super triggering to a kid who probably has PTSD over a crazy accident?
I think there is something to be said for dealing with trauma in your own way, but like to not understand, like if it's for her, if that's some weird, crazy way that
But,
she
like,
deals with
keep,
it, but
keep
there's,
it so that he could never see that, because
but again, she's like resentful of her children, you know, like with the whole thing with the paint thinner, she like is upset, resentful of him or something for like feeling weird about that.
This is really good, Dad.
Thanks, buddy.
She's fully gonna kill him for sure.
You okay, Mom?
What?
Is there something on your mind?
Is there something on your mind? I mean, why would I want to say something so I can watch you sneer at me?
Sneer at you? I've never sneered.
Oh, sweetie, you don't have to. You get your point across.
Okay, so fine, then say what you want to say then.
Peter.
Tried saying
Okay, so
things.
try again and release yourself.
Oh, release you mean?
Me, just say it. Just fucking say it.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever! All I do is worry and slave and defend you. And all I get back is that fucking face on your face. So full of disdain and always so annoyed. Well, now your sister is dead. And I know you miss her. And I know it was an accident, and I wish I could take that away for you. I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead. And what a waste. If it could have maybe brought us together or something. If you could have just said, I'm sorry, or faced up to what happened. But you can't take responsibility for anything. So now I can't accept. And I can't forgive. Because nobody admits anything they've done!
What about you, Mom? She didn't want to go to the party. So why was she there?
Right. We're stopping this right now. Is that...
I said stop right now.
Fine.
Fine.
This movie is just way more like sad and depressing.
Yeah, it's way. I thought it was gonna be way more creepy, supernatural, like inbreeding or some weird shit like that. But like, no, it's
you could almost,
it's
at
just
least
trauma
so far, you could
porn.
almost take out like the horror aspect of it, and it would just be like a super horrible movie about grief, like just
Yeah.
so sad.
But the characters, like her character, is so well written. It's like there's so many layers, and it's so realistic and fucked. Like every layer that gets peeled back, it's like more and more. She's like her mom, or what that's, yeah, I don't know. Like we don't really know what the deal with her mom was, but you know what I mean.
Completely. I don't even know if I should say. What do you mean? You're gonna think I am crazy.
Oh, not at all.
Oh,
Oh no. Do you ever want to start your own business?
a spiritual medium. They were performing.
Oh God.
This is so creepy.
This is creepy as fuck. I wonder if the
Nice moon setter.
I wonder if the filmmakers think like, oh, they're thinking about the daughter. They're not thinking about the mom. They're gonna think, oh, you're gonna see her. She's gonna see her daughter, and then she's gonna see her fucking creepy ass mom. Is she in the background right now? No, that's like a coat or something. She's like duct tape shit over the window.
Louis. Louis, are you here? It's Grandma. Louis, if you are here with us, please just try and slide the glass. If you're here. Hi, Louis. Hi, Louis. How did you do that? Slide it the other way, to the left. Do you understand? Louis, are you okay? Are you in pain?
I'm gonna put my drink on the floor.
Louis.
And these Doritos we haven't touched. What?
Oh, the sound of that chalk.
I'm so glad we opted not to wear fucking headphones for this creepy shit.
I love you, sweetheart.
I'm sorry, can we stop?
What?
I'm sorry, please.
But remember, your whole family, every member needs to be in the house. Your son, everyone.
Did you see that dubbing?
Okay?
When she said house, that was dubbed over. She said room.
Kill her, Annie. What? She isn't gone.
Okay.
Am I crazy for not letting go of the... Am I crazy for not letting go of the idea that she's gonna pop up again? But then as soon as I was saying that, she clicked in the back seat.
Is it the ants that were eating her head?
Were there ants eating her head? Are they gonna be all crawling to like the diorama of her?
Don't you feel like moving the diorama?
What the fuck is she gonna... What is in here? What is she looking at? happened?
Mom, what are you doing?
She's going crazy. She sleepwalked.
You're sleepwalking.
I never wanted to be your mother.
Why?
I was scared. I didn't feel like a mother. But she pressured me.
Then why did you have me?
It wasn't my fault. I tried to stop it.
How?
I tried to have a miscarriage.
What the fuck is this conversation right now?
But it didn't work. I'm happy it didn't work.
You tried to kill me.
I love you.
Why did you try to kill me?
What? Oh no.
Kill me.
Holy shit. Give me some space here, Ma. Give me some fucking space here, Ma.
Let me try something.
I was having a nightmare.
Oh, it's okay. We can do something.
Was that his nightmare?
Oh my god.
This is not gonna end well. This is gonna be weird as fuck.
Trying to haunt your house, your already haunted house.
Man. And what is the metaphor? There's like all these homes buried beneath the home. This is not okay. This is not, nothing about this is okay.
My friend Joan taught me how to do this.
It's so creepy, the attitude change.
Palms on the table.
Yeah, that's the thing, like the flip-floppy of all these different fucking emotions.
Trust me.
Like manic excitement of just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Okay, together.
All right, I'll stay.
You okay?
It's just so stressful.
It is really stressful.
Please, I need you to be open. Please. Charlie? Charlie, are you here? Charlie, it's Mommy. And Daddy and Peter.
What the fuck was that sound?
Charlie, if you're in this room with us, I'm gonna have us all touch the glass.
No.
What?
You don't feel that?
What? Feel what?
Like, you don't feel the air flexing?
What?
Wow. Yes. Thank you, Charlie. That was so good.
She's gonna draw.
Can you show them what you just did for me before?
Mom.
Look, she's gonna do it.
Oh, is he just gonna have a heart attack right now? Because he was already having like heart pains. Is he gonna like hyperventilate and just die?
Listen, when I did this earlier, he was touching me.
You are scary!
No, I am not. Stop it. There is no need to be scared. This is your sister. Charlie? What's wrong?
Jesus.
What is she doing? Is she getting possessed right now?
She's getting possessed by her mom.
Hello?
Mom?
Why are you scaring them?
Stop! No, just fucking stop!
Scare me!
What the hell? What are you doing?
Jesus Christ. You got possessed by, I think, your daughter, but I'm not 100% sure. Pandemonium?
Is that always there?
There's new words appearing all over the place.
I think it's time to move out of this house.
The house isn't the problem at this point.
It can't be helping.
Shit. How do you just keep going? Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
This is a great example of like, don't go towards the light. Like, how do
Literally.
they say that?
Literally. And the sound again. It's that same sound. He's done. It's over. What's this, Donnie Darko? Is this past going to be relevant to his death?
Hello? Hey, don't talk to me like this. He's my son too. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Do not hang up on me again. I am not sleepwalking.
It's not about you. It's not like it's everything with her. It's always like with whether it's her daughter or her son or her fucking mom or whatever. It's always like it's always possessive, like, which I guess in more ways than one, but
She's making that funeral. No.
yeah. Fuck. What smell? What smell?
Honey, what's that smell?
Did you do another seance or something?
Just trashed everything.
Hmm?
I don't like that.
And now he's downstairs.
Taking like sleeping pills, so he's not gonna wake up when some craziness
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, she's gonna fucking straight up murder him in his sleep.
I wish the dad would just take his kid and move out.
Get the fuck out of there.
Like, even just for a little, like...
At this point, we can't even be 100% certain that there is anything supernatural going on, because the only people who saw supernatural shit were Charlie and her and Annie.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is like Hereditary, right?
And we know that, like, her
mom was fucking crazy, yeah. So they might just be fucking
her mom
crazy.
and her brother and her dad, apparently, so...
Yeah.
There's gonna be, like, a pencil, like...
She might just be sleepwalking again. Oh, Jesus. Wait, what happened to their dog? Yeah. Wait, what happened to their
We
dog?
heard it barking during the like, seance thing.
Charlie.
That was fucking terrifying.
What are you doing? What do you mean? You were pulling on my hand.
No, it was. I just came in. You were smoking.
Why are you over there if you just came in?
Can someone please get this guy a lock on his door?
I don't know what's happening or what you just saw, but I'm stopping this. Do not tell Dad what you just said to me. Do not.
Oh my god. Right, yeah.
I'm the only one
Totally.
who can fix this.
Is it all him? Yeah, he's got them all. It's all him. At this point, I think she's just fucking crazy. Is she's catching on fire? like because she's linked. She's the medium, so she's linked. She's linked to the link.
Weird. I just don't trust anything that I'm seeing at this point.
Yeah, I think that's on purpose. What the fuck? How do you just go to school?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
I would
someone
not
let
be
this
going
kid
to
drop
fucking
out.
school, man. God damn, take a year off.
Move across the country with your dad and get out of here. Or take a vacation.
Go see you go see your buddy Joan.
What if Joan's not real?
I was thinking that too, like with the doormat thing, and you know, maybe
You go there like a different person lives there?
100%.
What are you talking about? I've lived here forever. Oh no, there's the doormat.
I've lived here for 38 years.
Candles, or she
She's
just got
a-
like consumed.
Yeah, she
by
got
it.
consumed by it. She's just dead in there, just covered in chalk. This is a fire hazard and a half. Wait, is that her son in the shrine? What the fuck?
It's like the triangle. Like,
Yeah, and her daughter's toys and heads.
and the little crown.
Crown?
Like there's the pigeon head with the little crown on it. Like was like her last drawing was the pigeon head with the crown.
And it was the same
And it's
triangle
sa-
in the floor?
Yeah, and her mom knitted this or made those same things.
I bet her mom was like taking, if there is supernatural shit at all, her mom was like taking control of this lady to like try and get her
Or this lady
involved.
and her mom were like
Tight, yeah.
And what was with that lady that Charlie saw like waving at her that I like completely forgot about? Like
I expel you? She's speaking that weird fucking language. No. Oh, did she teach her? And it's the
She
same.
made the one for all of them.
And for Joan, right? What is this?
Yeah.
What is that? It's the fucking Necronomicon. It's bookmarked?
And she left all these weird notes.
Paimon. Emergency food? Wait.
Oh, they're trying to summon this thing, and that's why she wished that Charlie was a boy, so she could summon it into Charlie.
Yeah. And what she did with her brother and her husband. Or her dad.
You see...
They were tight.
It's not creepy at all.
What?
Oh.
They dug up her body?
That's messed up.
I always knew we should be worried of Paimon. Her mom's body's up in the fucking attic?
Could you imagine?
Did Joan or did
They
she
keep
get
talking about the
possessed and like...
smell.
That's probably what the smell is. They dug up the body, somebody did, and put it up there to like help with the fucking invocations and shit or something.
One thing I will say is I like that this movie's not too dark. Like I can actually see
Yeah,
what's going on.
yes.
But it's still freaky.
See that pile of jelly in the middle of the room? Oh. Oh, is that Charlie? What the fuck are they talking about in this school, in this lecture?
Oh, and look at the nightgown. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's Charlie's body, and they put her in the fucking crazy nightgown with all the candles and shit. But again, she's alone, so we don't even know if this is real. Is that like a harp? What is that? A lyre?
Ah. Ah.
Fucking kid filming what? I mean, you know what? Honestly, honestly,
Realistic.
film it. Film it. Put it on the
Holy
Get the
shit.
Vatican out here. Somebody. I don't know who. Like, somebody's gonna have to make a fucking visit. That's way too. It's
Too
that cuts a
accurate.
little too close. Call from. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Can we leave? I think you're right. At this point,
Like,
now that we know the house is involved, like 100%. Jesus Christ.
they're setting up this car accident.
They've been setting it up
so hard.
since she died. Since Charlie died, they've been setting up a crazy car accident. I feel so bad for this guy. I feel so bad for this guy.
Don't come in the house. Ben can't deal with it right now. Don't even bring him home.
Yeah,
drive
just leave.
Drive to
Leave.
another state. I
Leave.
don't care. Just go away.
Get him out of this fucking house. Don't leave her with him. Don't.
Yeah.
Do not leave her alone with your son. He's gonna walk out the door. She's gonna slam the door shut. Or is she gonna lock him up there?
More than your mother's headless body. Of course not.
Oh my god. Really?
Now he's like,
Don't. Is she gonna get possessed again and shut the door, or like close him up there? Fuck. He's leaving the. Is that paint thinner on the floor? What the fuck is she?
There's more.
What the fuck? Why didn't you call the police?
She didn't even mention knowing my mom and I.
What's the picture?
She approached me. She consoled me, and they're wearing it in every photo. And look at that pattern. Did you see out there? This was painted above the body, right? In blood.
You dug up the grave.
I mean, she must have.
Watch. These pages fill. All of them are Peter. I'm sorry, see, I know what I did. I know what I did. Peter's in danger. And I started it.
Get him out of here.
can you please leave? I swear to God.
Okay, so let's close the attic. He doesn't believe a word she is saying. And why would he? Oh, the flies are going away. Oh no, they're still there. What's going on with Peter? Why is there paint thinner on the floor? Or what is that?
It looks like.
Oh, that's fire starter or kerosene?
Yeah. Well, I think she wants to take herself out in the book.
What is his thought process for him? What is he doing? Is he like?
He thinks that she's just absolutely lost
But
it.
why is he like? If he thinks she's losing it, then why is he like kind of fall? Is he like hoping that she just kills herself right now? A little bit? Oh god. You're saying if I throw it in the fire, you'll die? Was Joan trying to save him?
I feel
Like, I
no.
expel you, leave, get out?
Oh, you are the love of my life. I love you, Steve. I love you so.
What is he thinking right now?
If you're gonna catch on fire, do it outside of the house. He's gonna do
What
it
if he
and
throws
nothing's
it,
gonna happen.
or what if he throws it in and now it's like connected to him and Peter just lights on fire? Or what if he himself lights on fire?
I'm not going to do this with you anymore. No, it's not helpful for you. You are sick, Annie. I need to call the police.
You don't try to take it out when he's on fire? What the fuck? Okay, this is Berserk. What the fuck were those naked people? She just in there, looking at him. Oh. Oh my fucking god. That is about as bad as it gets.
They haven't done any like full jump scares yet, so I don't know if she's just gonna stay like that or she's gonna jump down or what.
I just dropped the remote and it freaked me out. Don't look up there, man. Don't. Nope. Huh?
Just stay in bed at this point.
Back to sleep. Don't go downstairs. What was that? Was that headlights?
I don't know. It looked like it.
Is that the chimney? What is that?
Something in the attic, maybe.
Again, she was like the only one to see him burn, so like it's still possible she just killed him and like lit him on fire.
Is he gonna go in the attic?
I seriously hope not. Is that fire? It's still smoldering down here.
Oh my god.
No. I really don't want him to see his dead dad. I really do not want to see his dad burned alive to a crisp in the middle of the living room. Oh my fucking god.
It's his hands.
Is his head gone?
No, I think his head's there, but he's like... Is it like this?
You
Like,
see her? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see... What?
how?
What is that face? It just looks like her in the
Yeah.
face, but she's Spider-Man. What's over there? What? Wait.
Is that the guy that was smiling at
Yeah.
the funeral?
Yeah.
Was
What?
that tattoo?
Is that the thing that is tattooed on him?
Don't run. Nope.
She just chased him into the attic, and he just went up there.
And that wasn't open when he... Fire up here?
There's candles and a dead body.
I wonder if that guy that's smiling isn't a guy, it's the thing that's gonna possess him.
What's up here?
Mommy?
Oh, I don't want this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Is he looking at the body, or is there something else in there? Oh,
It's gone. Fantastic.
great. What's in the bag?
Oh.
Oh. See those people?
Yeah, I almost completely forgot about all those people that were outside.
Are they really there? I don't know what's
I
real
can't tell.
anymore.
Alright.
They cut out
What
his
is that
soul.
little thing? Do you see that?
The little bug. They cut out his eyes like they're cut out his soul, like they're gonna put something else in it.
Just throw yourself out the window at this point.
I don't like this. What is that? What is he looking at?
It's the body on the ceiling.
She's like sawing her head off?
Ah. What's with all the decapitation? Oh my god.
Body's just gonna fall. She's making her way right through that
Good move.
W.
Please just say he died.
I hope for his sake he's dead.
He's not dead.
I hope for his sake he's dead.
He's getting possessed right now.
I hope for our sake that he's not dead and that he's not getting possessed.
He's fully gonna get possessed, like right now.
Oh,
He's
there's
getting
the
possessed
spirit.
right
You
now.
see the shadow moved away. I think that was him, and then this is the spirit.
But now what?
Now King Paimon, aka Emergency Food, is gonna rise again and steal
No
all our
one
gotcha
on
money.
this video is gonna get that reference.
What the fuck?
Have a family reunion in the tree fort.
Hmm?
You didn't need to do that.
He was breathing.
The dog?
I'm pretty sure the dog was breathing. Could be totally wrong. I thought I saw the dog breathing. Who are these people? Are they like other cultist members? Are they his ancestors? Like previous generations of these people? Like with the houses on top of the houses buried, you know?
I have no
that whole
idea.
sculpture.
I don't even want to see what's in
I don't
here.
want to see what's up here. I seriously don't. What if they don't show us? Would you be happy then?
No. Honestly, I wouldn't.
It seems like he's accepted his fate. What was in the cage?
There's a bird in there.
Like a pigeon?
It looked like a little like blackbird.
And Charlie's head and Grandma and Mom's body. And he's the only one left.
Who is that?
Queen Lay.
I feel like this is just gonna end super abruptly in like 30 seconds.
So was Charlie the fucking guy the whole time? Like an improper manifestation of him the whole time? Is that Joan?
Charlie, you're all right now.
Yeah, he could.
Are Paimon, one of the 8 kings of hell. We have looked to the northwest and called you in. We've corrected your first female body and give you now this healthy male host. Bind all men to our will as we have bound ourselves for now and ever to yours. Hail, Paimon!
I like the song. Oh, it's a song. Didn't you love that? Actually, I feel like
I really liked that movie.
As far as horror movies go, that one was. I feel like very less like terrifying. Like it was less like scary.
Unnerving.
Yeah, it was like stressful and unnerving and like a little bit too realistic.
Yeah, first half was way too realistic. Was like uncomfortably realistic. Fuck's sake, is there an after credits?
I feel like there's not. I feel like to have a horror movie, you have to just leave it on like the most like unsatisfying and cryptic ending you possibly can.
Yeah, no after credits. Well, geez Louise, everybody. Holy crap. That was I agree. I think it was a really, really good movie.
I really liked it.
As a movie, it was really good. As a horror movie, I think it was really good. I think that as a story of family abuse, so like abuse and like mental illness, it was really good. Like it was, to me, I guess this is kind of my interpretation of like what the story means. Is like, so the title is Hereditary. That kind of clues you in right away. The only person who never saw anything demonic or like crazy or anything was the dad, because he wasn't blood related to them. I think that like there was Charlie and Annie at the beginning, and then Peter eventually toward, like, if we interpret the end as what because the question through everything is like, is this real, or is this in their heads, or is Annie like imagining, and is she just going fucking crazy because of the hereditary nature of, like, her whatever schizophrenia or dissociative personality disorder or whatever or whatever the DID.
I think that's dissociative identity disorder.
Right.
Like,
but what all of these like mental issues, and like with her mom being like completely psychotic or whatever, like if you interpret it literally and not as supernatural, then it makes sense that it is a sort of hereditary thing, again, if you think of it with the title. So it works both ways, whether it's in their head or whether it's a real supernatural event. But the interplay between, like, whether or not, like, as the audience, like, figuring out what's happening is really interesting. But like I think it is a story of, like, passing down abuse, or passing down like the family curse of mental illness, or blame, and whether you can blame people, like, say if you take it literally and the mom is like a victim of abuse of, like, a psychotic parent and or pair of parents, then she's like talking in this session about, like, who she blames, whether she blames herself, or she has these feelings of blame herself, but, like, is that really fair if she was, like, fully abused? But also, is it fair for her to pass that down to her children? Is it fair for her, like, all of those questions, and of accountability and blame, and in relation to, holding people accountable who are mentally unwell, and what that, and how if you're a child, like, say if you're Peter or Charlie or whatever, and your parent is clearly fucking unhinged and crazy, like, I think if you interpret it literally is what I'm saying, or if you think about how it applies to, like, a real life scenario, or what the story is trying to say, I feel like there's a better way of putting what I'm saying, but, like, that's kind of where it's going, of this when a tragedy happens, if somebody is I don't know, it's just it's really complex and an interesting idea, and I like the way that they did it, and I like the way that they explored it in a horror movie that wasn't all about jump scares at all, and was really unnerving, and not just not spooky. No. It wasn't spooky, it was fucking terrifying. There's so much more to dive into, and I'm definitely not putting things the best way. If this was a full-on review, I'd hold myself to a higher standard, but obviously this is a reaction, and it's our first viewing. But it seems like I think the fact that it's called Hereditary kind of clues you into sort of the themes of the story, and like how all of this sort of links together, and the fact that it's hereditary. And I personally, I don't think that it was real. I think that it was all a hallucination, and it's all, like, passed down. This, like, psychosis is a heritable trait that's being passed down through everybody, and not just psychosis, but also, like, abuse from this generational sort of neglect and abuse that was from the grandmother, possibly before, passed down to the mom, and now she is, like, blaming her children for, like, when she's sleepwalking, and she clearly feels guilty, and she blames herself, but she's not willing to acknowledge it, so she blames her children for holding it against her that she is, like, almost trying to light them all on fire, and she takes it as, like, why are you coming after me about this? And it's like,
I would never do that.
She's not accepting responsibility for the safety of her children. She's more she hasn't gotten over this issue with her mom, so she's saying, like, I didn't, if I was going crazy, or if I was, like, sleepwalking, I didn't try to do that, so it's not my fault. It's my mom's fault, because she passed that down to me, and I'm, like, I'm my parents' children, and it's not my fault that I tried to accidentally murder my whole family because I was sleepwalking.
Well, it's also just, like, the lack of awareness, or the lack of acceptance of, like, of course, you in your conscious mind would never do that. However, you also aren't doing anything to prevent that from, you're not doing anything to stop your unconscious body from taking those actions. You're not like,
Yeah.
locking yourself up at night or going to a psychiatrist and like trying to like actually work to the root of these problems. Because, as we see later, then she says that like she didn't there, and then there's all this stuff like with like children and stuff. Like she says, originally in this first like grief meeting, she says that she says that she didn't let her mom near her first child at all. And then she like had the second child almost like as a sacrifice to the mom of like, here, you can have this one. I have my one, and now you can have this one. But it's like this very weird thing, because then later it comes about that she didn't even want the first child.
Yeah.
She got pressured into it,
So
then regretted it, but then kept it from the mom.
But again, then it's like a possessive thing. It's like she didn't even want the child in the first place. In fact, if that's true, she like tried to have a miscarriage, but once she had the child, it's like she wanted to keep it away from her parent to like get back. It's it's like, yeah.
And then she like had a second child and then kind of like gave it to her mom, then was like resentful of both her mom and her child. Like she was the one who put both of them in that position. Instead of remaining no contact with her mom, she let her back in, and
it's common. You see that with children from abusive parents or whatever, they feel guilty for withholding that family connection. So then they eventually, 20 years down the line, maybe you go to therapy, maybe you have a family, you have a relationship, and you can sort of work through your shit a little bit, and then they go back to their parents who are like terrible and abusive or psychotic, and they haven't been doing all that work. They're still the same person, and you think it's going to be different, and then it turns out the same way. So she's trying to it's sort of like she's sacrificing her kid, but it's also like she's trying to have a fresh start, so that she's using her kid as a proxy to forge this connection with her mother, who she feels like was their relationship's kind of tainted and over. Maybe they can start over with this new kid. Again, these feelings of possession as well. Like, it's funny that possession is a theme when it's a supernatural story about like ghosts possessing people.
Yeah.
So it's possessive in terms of like, oh, this person belongs to me, this thing belongs to me, it's my possession, and also souls in inhabiting bodies. What struck me was the image of when she was trying to breastfeed Charlie.
Yeah, and then the mom was there.
Like, so again, that's like this possessive sort of thing. Like, she's like, no, and it's just weird. It's weird, and it's not right. I feel like that kind of lack of boundaries, and again, if you think about it just plainly as like, oh, this is a crazy scary movie, then and the grandma's crazy, and she's possessed by all these demons, and she's trying to bring back this king, then that's one thing. But there's clearly like this strong undercurrent of all these family issues and issues of boundaries and possessiveness. And what are you looking at?
I was just looking at what I just want to confirm what DID is.
Oh yeah.
Significant memory loss of specific times, people,
what is it
and
called?
Events. Dissociative identity disorder. Out-of-body experiences such as feeling as though you're watching a movie of yourself. Mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, and thoughts of suicide. A sense of detachment from your emotions or emotional numbness.
Yeah.
So I
you could say she has that as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and that was.
And then you could say the son has it too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's also the grandma, the mom, she and then there's also the aspect of like saying that she had dementia,
right,
and like that coming into play at the end, which then makes it all the more complicated if you like look at it through more of like a literal lens, like that everything we're seeing is literally happening, with this like cult and this other thing, and how they have the picture of like the grandma, and like the grandma's like dug up dead body and this and that. It's very like, I feel like it is a lot more difficult to kind of analyze if you're taking it all very literally,
What do you mean?
Like
I'm not, well, literally meaning like there literally is not the right word, I guess, but what I mean by literally is like the bodies aren't actually there. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Just that it's like everyone in this story is a completely unreliable narrator,
Yeah.
and it's not really showing it from anyone specific. It's kind of jumping around, and we do see one thing that we do see that the dad, who is seemingly the most not hallucinating or crazy at all person, gets an email from the burial place saying that the grave was dug up. So that's kind of crazy to think that actually happened and he also did see the dead body as well.
Yeah.
Which is a really interesting
But again, he died right after, so it's kind of like a Perfect Blue thing where at some point shit just gets so destroyed from a timeline or from a perspective, from a point of view perspective.
And also she is witnessing the husband, other than when he's opening the email, she is witnessing him witness the body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think she did, or the thing is she must have dug the body up, but how the fuck would she have done that alone? Presumably alone. I don't think there's actually a big cult out there. Mm-hmm. Or if there is, then it's not, I think at the very end, it's very much not, it's all in Peter's head at that point, and it's sort of, he sort of gets the crown, and her illness and her parents' illness was passed down to him, and he is the only one left because he either killed them all or he killed his mom in the end, and she killed everyone, and he's I think it's the tragedy of this type of situation, whether it's abuse or psychosis or all these issues. I think that's what it is. He's kind of inheriting that, he inherits the crown is placed on his head. And it's more of a tragedy than a scary what the fuck.
It's also a really interesting.
But I do think that
the metaphor
body was
of everyone losing their heads,
yeah.
going crazy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's really smart. Yeah, I think that kind of seals the deal. And the dad doesn't lose his head.
No, he's
her blood relatives.
And they also
heads.
have, the son doesn't actually lose his head, but he gets this crown, and there's also the thing of she was trying to rip off his head, and it was
also, clearly her arms.
But that's the other super interesting thing is by the end it's was she doing that, or was he thinking that she was doing that, because you can't really trust either of them. I would say for most of it he is more reliable than her, but then there's no way of ever actually knowing that,
Yeah, I think that I think the important thing, I'm not sure whether maybe he was trying to rip his own head off or in his sleep, but I think that that's very interesting. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out it looked like it was her arms and her hands trying to rip it off. So yeah, the she's inheriting this craziness from her, and the parent is trying to rip the head, it's this psychic influence is creeping in and trying to corrupt him from the inside, and it's again, he's inheriting that, so it's it comes to him in this dream or whatever, and it's trying to drive him crazy and trying to infiltrate his mind, and by the end it does. So yeah, that's the removing heads thing, that's really interesting. I never even thought of that. I love just their in this the first act, the way that they're talking of kind of around each other constantly and trying to outdo each other, and how she's being really immature.
Yeah.
And she's kind of stooping to his level because she is immature because of the trauma that she had growing up. Mm-hmm. So she's putting that, again, passing that generational trauma down to him. And so she's talking to him on his level, not as a parent, sort of, yeah.
It's sorry, I was just thinking about the dad again, because he's kind of the odd one out in this situation. It's really interesting to see how he just kind of seemingly has been letting his wife just kind of steamroll him. He's just kind of going along with whatever she needs to do. Also, she is more grieving than him, especially at the beginning when it's her mom that died. But it's just interesting that when he finally tries to kind of put his foot down and actually get her help, then he gets burned. You know, you're like, oh, you get burned in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was just thinking of other kind of metaphorical things going on. But I think that's really interesting. And I imagine, like, there seems like a lot of attention to detail in this movie as well. So I imagine if you've really analyzed a lot of the set, you would just keep coming up with stuff. I'm just thinking, like, they just have shit all over their house.
Yeah.
And also with all these, like, little sets and stuff, I think it's really cool. And this is her thing. It's like she's, like, really micromanaging, like, her own, like, memories.
It's like how it's like how you connected with the DID. It's like she is literally creating these sets that are her life. Like, she's viewing it like it's a movie set. And she's, like, zoomed out. And if you notice, as she, like, there was a shot, I forget exactly when it was. Oh, it was right here when she was going to get the books. And she, like, burst into the room. Mm-hmm. Let's see. It was like, this whole sequence, when things are starting to go down. More and more, the cinematography gets kind of more and more crazy. And it becomes more like a movie. Mm. And there was, when she burst into the room from the hallway, you right here. See, like, this is it turns into a movie, and then it crosses into the next room, and it's a set. It's exactly like her diorama.
House, her diorama of the house that you can see into these.
Exactly. Yeah. So
rooms.
Like, again, with the illness specifically that was named, like it I think it really does factor into her the whole character arc in the way that the movie flows, and they definitely thought of every angle in this way. It's so good to see. Like, this is a really well made movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is still weird with all these books.
But again, by this point, it's like,
who knows? Yeah.
It's again, that's when it becomes very perfect blue, where it's just like, I mean, what's real, what's not real, can we trust her perspective?
If you like this movie and you don't watch anime, you should watch the movie Perfect Blue.
Yeah,
you would like it.
It's really good. And if you have seen it and you want to see our reaction to it, you can find it on our Patreon.
Mm-hmm. It's a Game of Life.
The Game of Life, but
it's like
IF is missing. Oh, it might just be copyright free. But what's this above it? What is that?
It's like numbers.
It looks like is that
9935214.
I don't know. Oh, this is a weird lighting thing. They like lit this little shelf to, like, I don't know, give some depth to the room or something.
I do like that it wasn't too dark. Like, even towards the end of the movie when it was in the dark, I like that they didn't just like, we have this giant light pointing at us, and I was very worried that, like, we weren't going to be able to see anything.
Yeah.
But the fact that we could is really good.
Mm-hmm. And it's almost like in this scene where he's, like, breaking his nose and stuff, mm-hmm. It's like he's resisting the again, that, like, heritable psychosis mm-hmm. influence, like this thing that's, like, in his genes, that's, like, this curse of his family, sort of creeping into his mind. He doesn't, like, rip his head off, and he's constantly sort of resisting it. It's like they foreshadowed him getting run over by a car like 50 times, and then it didn't end up happening because he's not falling into, like, the same traps.
Yeah.
Or because it's, you know, he's trying to resist it. I maybe I need to rewatch it again to fully say that. But in this scene specifically is what I was saying. You know, he's, like, banging his head against the desk, and he's, like, all freaked out, and he's really it seems like there's just so much struggle, and he's really trying to, like, keep his grip. Yeah, and this whole, like, all these scrolling shots of the inside of the house once things start to go fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. It's, again, like, her diorama. Like, it's this dissociative thing. Yeah.
I like that phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that she did dig up the body somehow. It looked like it was done with an excavator. I don't know how the fuck she would do that, but I think she did dig up the body, and it is up there.
Yeah.
And it might have been Charlie's body. Like, it looked smaller than a grown woman, but they keep saying that it's clearly her mom's body. Yeah. But why would her dress be untarnished? She must have dressed her up in that little robe, because that would be completely rotted away. Yeah. Along with the rest of the body. So you know, clearly she must have dressed her up, but did she also rip her mom's head off, you know? Because her mom was buried with full, we saw at the start of the movie, but Charlie's head got cut off right here. Like, her head was laying...
It was, like, kind of
sort of on an angle a little bit, yeah. But they showed us that specifically, and then they keep saying, oh, is that your mom? Like, they keep saying it's her mom's body, but, like, her mom's body didn't have her head ripped off. Yeah. So either she ripped her mom's dead body head off, or that's her daughter, who she dug up more recently. And also, it's been longer since the mom died. So
well, it did say on like the grave thing, it did say it was the mom's grave.
That's true. Yeah.
Can you go to the scene where the son gets back after what car was he driving the blue car? Just for some reason I thought he was driving the silver car, but now I'm thinking I'm just silly.
He's driving a green car.
Oh yeah, it's the blue car.
Yeah,
I was just double checking. Yeah, and that's a weird detail too, like on the
symbol popping up everywhere. And then she sees Grandma out here burning shit. I don't know what that's about. I guess it's just showing that, like, if, again, with the interpretation of like psychosis and stuff like that, she's been like kind of corrupted. Mm-hmm. You know, and she's seeing things first type thing, and even though she's so young, she's clearly had all this passed down to her. Mm-hmm. Still. Also, what is that a baby bottle? That's a weird looking I saw that the first time we saw that. I'm like, what is that? It's just a weird looking thing.
I think it's just distorted because there's like space at the end without milk in it.
It just looks weirdly brown. Anyway, this is a really good movie. I hope that our analysis was at least somewhat on point.
People are just gonna be like, "You're so stupid."
I just really liked this movie. This is a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. I really liked it. I liked it as well because I don't feel like it's not the kind of thing that like keeps you like scared afterwards.
Yeah.
Like it's not the kind of movie that you watch and then you're like
you're
like scared to go to bed because it feels like it's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the whole grief part was like sickening.
Yeah.
Like sick to my stomach. That was fucked up.
I agree.
Just the way,
just the way shit made the first bit of the movie just like way
very
too realistic.
Yes, yeah.
Which then makes it extra interesting as time goes on and it gets, you're saying, like more cinematic and more detached and more just kind of fantastical. People showing up and Joan, if she ever existed, over in her little room over there.
Yeah, we don't even know if Joan was real.
We don't even know. I mean, maybe Joan was real. Maybe she saw Joan that one time and then like just like made up more stuff to do with her, you know?
Or maybe Joan was like a friend of her mom's from when she was a kid and she saw her in the book in the album previously. There's no way to know. We didn't get closure on that. We just saw her across the street screaming at Peter, who apparently knew who she was. You know, like he was making up shit about her too, even though he didn't know her. So that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. And then the only thing that can explain that would just be like her.
Maybe they met on some like therapy
or maybe she was
thing.
at like go look at the funeral, see if she's there, because like at the beginning she's like, oh, there's like
that
all
guy
this...
smiling at the funeral was
I know,
so
that was
weird.
so
that was
creepy.
such a crazy detail when he showed up there again.
Mm-hmm. Pictures of the grandma look so photoshopped and absolutely strange. I just wanted to see if like the people at the funeral were like the people that were kind of like hanging around at the end. Maybe not.
This looks like a bunch of random people, but there's also the part outside. Wasn't there, was it in here? Yeah, he's in the background there, the creepy guy.
Mm-hmm.
So weird. They really put you on edge, like, from the first scene.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were going to see outside, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyway. Really good movie. If you guys want to see us watch more movies, you know what to do. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
See you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
God damn.
Are you glad we decided to do a horror movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you willing to get scared for money?
You know what? Yeah. Well, I don't like jump scares, but maybe. We'll see. Depends on how much money. Bye-bye.